Hey guys, welcome to our honey home. Today we're going to show you how to use peel and stick wallpaper. So if you are renting, you already know that a lot of time your landlord will not let you paint, but if you want to add color to your space, peel and stick wallpaper is going to become your best friend. So if you'd like to learn how to do that, just keep on watching.
So just to begin this project, we got to clean up that wall. Make sure you take off anything that would mess with that adhesive. For the first piece of wallpaper that you apply, you want to start off with a long straight edge to give yourself a guide so that your very first one starts off nice and level and straight. That way, as you're going along, you could line it up to that first piece of paper, but that'll make sure that your wallpaper is not crooked and starts slanting down the wall as you progress with each new piece. This is definitely a step that you can skip, but if you wanted to measure the wall so that you can cut the perfect amount of wallpaper so you don't have any waste at the end, you can go ahead and do that. Now that we have our pieces measured and cut out, all that's left to do is to peel off the backing and to put it up on the wall. We have our first section already up that we lined to that long straight edge that we drew out earlier. Each subsequent piece just gets lined up to the one that came before it. And I also want to make the note that if you're going to err on the side of overlap rather than making too much of a gap or a space. That's very, very prominent. It doesn't look good. And this vinyl is really awesome because when you overlap it, you can't really tell at all that there's overlap. You can't see any bubble or any bump. It just looks really good and seamless. So you definitely want to do it that way. Now, this isn't a perfect science, but what I found as I was doing this process was that the best way to do it was to start with the very top and began peeling a little bit at a time. But I found that if I began to peel too much before it was pressed down and all the bubbles were taken out, then parts closer to the bottom where I wasn't yet working on started to stick, and then it was easier for bubbles to build up. So if you want to just peel a little bit at a time and then just work downward from where it's already stuck, it comes out a lot nicer and it's a lot easier, less frustrating to get out those bubbles. Now, as you can see here, by the second piece of wallpaper, we already had some obstructions in the way, and we had several others, more wall plugs to work around, but it's pretty simple. You just press down the wallpaper like normal up into that point, and the vinyl's pretty thin. You can feel, even if you can't see it, where the plug is after you press it down, and you get a utility knife or a box cutter or Exacto-knife, and you just cut around it. Just keep in mind that there are live wires behind there, so you don't want to press your knife too deep. This was a fun part of the project, and this just goes to show you definitely got to trust the process, because as we went to the third piece, we decided to try out covering the baseboard as well, and we just decided it looked a lot better, so we went with that for the rest of the project. After you finish the first few sections, it becomes pretty simple and quick to do each subsequent section. It's basically rinsing and repeating the same process over and over again. We did it about 8 times to finish our wall. And the cool thing is that wherever you make a little mistake, maybe the gap is a little too wide in between each section, the vinyl is really nice and smooth wherever you overlap it. So you can always just cut a little piece like a patch, cover that spot that maybe got missed, like the first 2 sections of the baseboard we didn't do. We were able to just make a little patch, and it covers pretty seamlessly and it looks great. Now, this is what our wall looked like before we did the project, and here's what it looks like after the project. It looks so good. That top corner, we cut it with an Exacto knife. It didn't come pre-cut like that, so you just have to trace out a line and do it yourself. But we think it came out amazing. We love the way that this accent wall changes the whole room. It just makes it look a lot nicer. We ended up actually also doing underneath our countertop with another retro wallpaper that just completely transforms the space. And the cool part is this is all renter friendly, and it can just peel off when we're done living in this place.
Thank you so much for watching how we transformed our apartment living room with just some simple peel and stick wallpaper. We hope you enjoyed this video. And if you like this content and you want to see more content like this, go ahead and give this video a like and give us a follow. And if you have any questions about this project, we would love to help answer them for you. So go ahead and drop it below in the comments, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.